and gentlemen. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes. We're not going to be live too long, but um, I just wanted to get your opinion and get your thoughts on how do you feel about what's your honest thoughts about the Minnesota Vikings right now? Um, how do you feel? Are you optimistic on this upcoming season in 2026? Are you liking the moves that they're making? Are you just want to see what they're going to do at quarterback? That's the main thing that you're thinking about. What's on your mind? By the way, I go live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family, and I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Saturday night football talk with your boy. Now, if you don't know, some news: Vikings restructure Hawkins' contract, and they save $5 million. So I was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, anything is better than nothing. And my whole mindset right now is that the Vikings, I think they're making the necessary moves to be in the right position to be successful in 2026 NFL season. Um, I think we're coming back with one of the best defenses in the game. That's a fact. Um, we just have to figure out what direction are they going to go in the 2026 NFL draft? What direction are the Vikings going to go in when it comes, like, what direction are they going in when it comes to the free agency? Like, once they get some money to spend, what are they prioritizing in free agency? Is it going to be a center? Which I believe we should go draft the centers. In my opinion, there's so many good centers in this draft. I think the one that I like, Sam Hetch. I think that's how you say his last name. And he hasn't gave up one sack in his whole entire college career. And I love Jake Slaughter as well. Jake Slaughter, my favorite center in this draft. So I hope they draft a center. Shout out to Angel in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building right now. Make sure when y'all come in the building, make sure you Super Hawk smash that like button. And make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Share, 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 so we can get this live stream out. Like I said, I'm not gonna be live for too long, but I just wanted to just chop it up with y'all. I just wanted to talk to y'all, and I'm just feeling like I'm feeling very optimistic about the Minnesota Vikings going into 2026 NFL season. I'm not super down on what they're doing right now. The only thing that I'm kind of like, and shout out to Monarch of the Ants, shout out to you. April, shout out to you. Trish, shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Um, Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family, and I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Now, getting back to what I was saying, right? So the Minnesota Vikings they're gonna most likely let go Aaron Jones. They're gonna let go Hargrave. They're gonna let go Jonathan Allen. They just restructured Justin Jefferson and Christian Darisol's contract. They just restructured Hawkinson's contract. So they're making the necessary moves. Zeke, Cameo. You know what? Zeke is downstairs with the babies. Zeke is not up here. He was just up here, and he's not up here now. But yeah, that's my guy. That's my buddy right there. He's always with me. But he ain't with me right now. But shout out to my lovely cat Zeke. If anybody wants to know who Zeke is, he's my cat. But but yeah, it's just I think we're making the necessary moves. I'm super optimistic for what the Vikings are going to do when it comes to the record. I think we're gonna have double digit wins. And this is before I even know what they're going to do in the offseason when it comes to signings and also what they're going to do when it comes to the quarterback position. I'm just maybe the most delusional Viking fan in the world. I'll take that. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not really sure what they're going to do when it comes to the quarterback position. We keep hearing about Kyler Murray. We keep hearing about J.J. McCarthy, and if he can, they're going to bring in competition and see who made the best quarterback win. I would love to see J.J. McCarthy shine, but at the end of the day, is not just about one player, it's about the whole entire team. And if he can't get the job done or stay healthy, then we're going to have to figure out another plan. Now, Rob Brzezinski already putting in work, good so far, to be honest. Yes, I love what he's doing. Like he just the name that like let me go over everything that he has done that I love. Like the reconstruction of Christian Darrisaw and Justin Jefferson is big time. You save a pretty good amount of money from that alone. Um let telling Aaron Jones, Hargrave, Jonathan Allen that you're gonna let them go. You're gonna save money for that. Restructuring Hawkinson's contract and saving $5 million off of Hawkinson for 2026 cap, that is a big time move. And I did hear someone left in the comments, they was like, it's 5 million, that's pretty good for getting a backup. Yes, I said something is better than nothing. I was just, for me, it was, I just felt like we was going to save a little bit more than $5 million. But like I said, anything's better than nothing when it comes to saving money for the cap hit for 2026. Because all we're focusing on right now is 2026, right? And figuring out what we can do to improve this team so we can be a contender for this upcoming season. So shout out to Tracy in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Super Hulk, smash that like button if you haven't already so we can get this notification out there. Um, Shout out to everybody in the building. But yeah, I'm feeling good about the Vikings right now. I'm feeling good about the the moves that we made already. I'm feeling good about the potential moves that we're about to make. Um, I'm starting to really feel like Kyler Murray will be in the purple and gold soon. They'll be announcing Kyler Murray being released by the Cardinals. It'll be official though. And then Kyler Murray is going to he's going to sign with the Vikings on a 1 year veteran minimum deal. I'm trying to tell you that's going to be breaking news. I think Viking fans need to get ready for that. I think that's where they're heading, and we'll see how it works. I'm not going to say that Kyler Murray is my favorite quarterback that we should go for, but I am excited because the potential of him, if he does beat out JJ McCarthy for the starting job, his ceiling is high, right? His ceiling could be really high when it comes to what he does on that football field. I'm not really sure about the latest injuries on, say, I don't watch the Cardinals all like that. So I don't know how did he lose a step in his speed, his elusiveness. So I don't really know about all that. But I am going to be super optimistic for whoever quarterback we bring in, because I made the mistake already saying that Sam Darnold might not be the guy. Sam Darnold is this and that and the third. And Sam Darnold turned out to be the best quarterback that the Minnesota Vikings had in a very long time. And we let him go. So I'm going to give every single quarterback a chance. I'm going to be optimistic. Whoever we bring in, if they win the starting job against JJ McCarthy, I'm going to give them an honest chance and be like, all right, yeah, I might not have thought this would be it's not one of my favorite things, but I'm not going to sit there and say that, oh, this was the worst decision that the Vikings did. This is the worst decision that they could have made. I'm not going to do that because you never know. You just never know. And I'm hoping that Kevin O'Connell, if he can change his play calling and if he can establish the run a little bit better by calling the run. And I hope we draft a running back in this draft. I want Jonah. I want us to draft a running back. Um, I don't necessarily want us to sign a running back in free agency. I want us to go draft a running back. And the reason why I say that because we have so many other needs, right? And I'd rather use that money, if we do use that money, on like the trenches or maybe a safety or whatever. But I think we can go draft a running back in the third round. And y'all know who I like the most. Um, yeah, I think that's the route we should go. But yeah, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. How are y'all feeling about the Vikings right now? What is your thoughts? Like, are you excited about the moves that they've been making lately? Are you a little bit concerned about what the Vikings are doing right now? Are you optimistic on the future moves that they're about to make? What is your thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings right now? Saturday Night Football Talk with your boy. How are y'all doing? How are y'all feeling? God bless to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. So we got um hmm another thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to the Vikings is Brian. I put a short out earlier today. I was talking about Danielle Hunter, and I'm not trying to be negative on this live stream, but I got to keep it real. Man, Max Crosby just got traded from the Las Vegas Raiders to the Ravens for two first round picks for a 2026 first round pick and a 2027 first round pick. Max Crosby is 28 years old. He's a dog. I'm not sitting there hating on Bull at all. He's one of the best pass rushers in the game. But when I think of Danielle Hunter and his production with the Minnesota Vikings, his production was better than Max Crosby. I'm just being honest, right? Why didn't the Vikings try to get something for Danielle Hunter when they had the opportunity? Especially if you wasn't going to give him the money, you could have traded him for a player that could have helped us, or you could have traded him for draft picks. How did the Las Vegas Raiders get two first round picks and the Vikings didn't get nothing for Danielle Hunter? I am so confused. I'm so confused about it because I just look at it like, come on, like what was they thinking? What was they thinking not trying to get something for Danielle Hunter? Danielle Hunter to me is going to be in the Hall of Fame. He's an all-time great, and they just let him go for nothing. So the Texans just signed him straight up. Oh, you're a free agent. Oh, hey, listen, we'll give you the bag. We'll keep to get you. And he just got a contract extension with the Texans, which is well deserved. I think it was like a 1 year, 50 or $40 million contract, I believe, something like that. And he got the bag. That man got the bag, which is well deserved. And I was saying in the short, like, all right, so you can't use the excuse about, okay, the injury, because yeah, he had the neck injury, right? But he came back when he was healthy and he had double digit sacks. You can't really use the age as an excuse because when Danielle Hunter, what was he, 30, 31, 30, something like that. Max Crosby ain't that much younger than Danielle Hunter. So why couldn't the Vikings get something? Something. They didn't get anything for the man, which is horrible. Uh that is the most random comment. That was the most random comment. But God bless to your friend. Hopefully she gets everything is good. Shout out to Pat, shout out to you, bro. But yeah, man, like I just don't understand why the Vikings didn't do anything. I just don't understand why the Vikings didn't get anything back for Danielle Hunter. If you look at Danielle Hunter's statistics, that man was dominating. He's still dominating. He was dominating more than Max Crosby, and we got nothing for him. I just feel like the Minnesota Vikings, they made a lot of mistakes in the front office. The front office made a lot of mistakes. And I feel like they got to stop making these crucial mistakes. If you're not going to keep a player, you might as well try to trade him when you have the opportunity to trade him. You don't wait until his contract is over and just let him walk all the time. You try to trade him when you can, especially when their value is high. And that was the whole argument. Like I don't want to trade Jordan Addison, but my whole thing is this. I was like, all right, if you're going to keep Jordan Addison and you're going to give him the bag, you're going to give him a contract extension, then do that. That's fine. But if you know deep down that you're not going to give Jordan Addison the contract extension, you could trade him to the Buffalo Bills or the Chiefs, right? And get a first round pick or something for him. Get something for him. Again, I don't want to trade Jordan Addison, but at the same time, if there's a team that's willing to give up a first round pick for him, why not? You know what I mean? You still have Justin Jefferson, but that's another story for another day. But getting back to Danielle Hunter, I just feel like the Vikings just did not do anything. They didn't do enough. They didn't do enough with Danielle Hunter. I wish they would. I wish we would have kept him, but we didn't. And he's on the Texans, just dominating. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if he'll be first ballot. I'm not really sure about that. I got to look at his numbers again. But when Danielle Hunter retires from the NFL, he will be in the Hall of Fame, hands down. He already has like 110 sacks in his career and is only getting, listen, he's going to have another 10 sacks this season if he stays healthy. How many more seasons does he have left in his prime? That's, I don't know, maybe a good 4. Maybe a good 4 more seasons. He's going to still be dominating. Who knows? Who knows? But this man was amazing with the Vikings, and we just let him go for nothing. Just let him go for nothing. So that was one thing I talked about. I also talked about, all right, yeah, another video I was talking about Ryan Kelly. So Ryan Kelly going to retire, and I was so happy that Ryan Kelly, retired. Not because I didn't think he can play. It was more of like his health. It was more about his health. What's going on, Chris, for real? It was more about his health. He kept getting concussions in a short amount of time. And the problem with that is you only get one brain. You keep on getting concussions and you keep coming back, and football's a brutal sport. You don't know what that can do to you when it comes to like the future. And you got a whole family. So I was just like, all right, he needs to retire because of that alone. But I will say this. I'm happy for him. And whatever he's going to do in the future, I hope the best for him. But that was another thing that happened with the Vikings. So he's retiring. I forgot the amount of money that we're saving on the cap, but he's retiring. So yeah, shout out to Ryan Kelly. And that's why I'm like, yo, we gotta go get a center in this draft. We have to go get a center. There's so many centers. There's probably like 5 centers in this draft in 2026 that you can get between the 3rd and 6th round. You could possibly get a good center in this draft. I wouldn't take a chance going out of the 3rd round. I would try to get my center in the 3rd round because that's such a big position of need right now. The Vikings need a center in the worst way, especially since Ryan Kelly just retired. And nobody else on this roster, I'm not really that confident for them to be the next great center in Minnesota Viking history. I'm looking for the next great center in Minnesota Viking history. I'm not just looking for someone that's average. I want someone that's going to be great. I want a Pro Bowler. I want a multiple Pro Bowler at the center position for the Vikings. The center position is so important on that offensive line. It is one of the most important positions in the NFL, and we gotta see if we can go draft the next Pro Bowler. Yes, hit the like button, everybody that's in the building. Hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for multiple primetime games. Not all, but some. But again, I will be going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Yo, Vikings fans, Green Bay just got better. Yeah, Green Bay, they're going to be good next season. I don't really got nothing bad to say about Green Bay. I think they got some talent, man. I ain't going to sit here and hate, but I say this respectfully. Even though I got respect for the Packers, we will beat the brakes off the Packers next season. You know the vibes over here. Hey, listen, when we see the Packers next season, we will beat the brakes off of them. There's nothing that y'all can do to stop the mighty Minnesota Vikings from dominating y'all from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, and that's how I feel. But yeah, shout out to all the fan bases all around the world. Whether you a Packers fan, a Bears fan, a Lions fan, a Eagles fan, a Chiefs fan. Shout out to all the fan bases all around the world. But yeah, man, there's been a lot of stuff coming out when it comes to all these teams. Yeah, Michael Parsons, Frank, yes. Yes, man. Michael Parsons, man, that was whoo in Franklin. Yeah, their pass rush is going to be amazing. There it was already amazing. Um, but yeah, man, Packers ain't no joke. Packers ain't no joke. We got a hard division. I think the NFC North division. Maybe I'm biased because I'm a Viking fan. I think the NFC North division is probably like the top division in the NFL. Maybe at least top two. Top two. I won't say the top division, but I'll say at least top two. But yeah, getting Franklin was a good move for the Packers. Um, Linebacker drafted by the Colts, and you know what? He was drafted in the seventh round and turned out to be a pretty darn good linebacker in the NFL. This is why I be trying to say that. Shout out to Ty. This is why I be trying to say like people be trying to sleep on the seventh round picks. People be trying to sleep on the sixth round picks and the fifth round picks. Listen, if it's not the first round to the fourth round, that doesn't mean that the fifth round to the seventh round is going to be bad players. You just have to develop them. It's about your team developing the talent because a seventh round pick could end up being better than a first round pick. And we've seen it time and time again. I'm not saying there's a high chance of that happening, but there is a possibility. Now, the one thing about a seventh round pick, the difference in then compared to a first round pick is a first round pick. If they start slow, guess what? They're gonna have more chances at it because they're a first round pick, a first round talent. A seventh round pick, when they get in the football field, they have to show off right away because if they don't show off, they're not going to get an opportunity. They're not. They're. It's hard for them to keep getting multiple chances at it. First round picks get more opportunities, so that gives them a higher chance to be successful than a seventh round pick. And plus, they're more talented to, to be a first round pick. But with developing the right system, the right team, seventh round picks, even undrafted free agents. There's Hall of Fame players that were undrafted free agents. That's why I be trying to tell people, like people be just trying to make it seem like it's always about the first round. It's always about the second. Like when people be traded, like for Max Crosby, right? Like people are like, oh, why would the Ravens give up 2 first round picks for Max Crosby? Well, first of all, there's other rounds. There's not just the first round. Yes, the first round is the most impactful round because it's the most talented of the players. But that doesn't mean you can't build a team from the second round to the seventh round and undrafted free agents because you just have to draft them and you just have to have good scouters. If you have a good scouting team on your team and your team knows how to develop talent, you can get you a dog in the second round. You can get you a dog in the seventh round. You just got to figure out who you can. You got to have the right people to develop. That's the key, because you could even draft a player in the first round, and if you don't know how to develop them, it doesn't matter. I keep saying there's no such thing as a perfect prospect. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit the like button on y'all way in. And also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. The AFC North is going to be a slugfest division this year. Ravens, Crosby, Browns, Browns, Steelers, Bengals. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? The Steelers are trying to figure out their quarterback. They don't know who their quarterback's going to be. Is Aaron Rodgers coming back to the Steelers? Who knows? The Browns don't know who their quarterback is going to be. Is it Sanders? Is it going to be who else? Like who's going to be their starting quarterback? They got good players on defense, but who's going to be their starting quarterback? And they need some offensive talent on the outside because their wide receivers can't catch. When you talk about the Ravens, oh my gosh, Crosby is a straight up dog. And if Lamar Jackson is 100% healthy, that's just sky's the limit for the Baltimore Ravens. Like sky's the limit for them. He got to be healthy though. And what you say? And the Bengals. Oh my gosh. I'm a big Joe Burrow guy. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks when healthy. The issue with is not really all right. So the issue with the Bengals is their offensive line is not the best, and on top of that, their defense is horrible. So they got problems with defense and they got problems with their offensive line. You got to protect Joe Burrow. Yes, you have the outside talent with Jamar Chase and Higgins, and you got the one of the best quarterbacks in the game. But what's the point of having it if you can't protect them and keep them upright? So they got to work on their defense, and they Are they going to sign Trey Hendrickson? Are they going to let him go? It's just, I don't know, man. 2008 Detroit Lions is the best team in all of NFL history. Okay, I'll let you have that, brother. 06, 07 Colts were the best team. Oh, hold on now. No. We ain't worried about none of that you talking about. Vibes, percentage chance you think the Vikings snag Murray. All right, I think it's about a 75% chance. I think it's about a 75% chance that the Vikings get Murray. And the only reason why I say that is because um, there's too many rumblings about it. There's too many rumors about it. Sometimes rumors and there's a truth in the matter. And I feel like Kyler Murray, since he was like growing up, he was a Viking fan and he's looking at the Vikings. All right, he's already going to get like 30 something million from the Cardinals when they let him go, when they release him. So he's already going to get that money. So even if he signs a veteran minimum with the Vikings, which is like 1.3 mil, he's still going to get a bag of 30 something $1 million that season. This is a prove it season. So say he comes to the Vikings and he does beat out JJ McCarthy for the starting job. Listen, we'll see what happens. I'm a cheer for him. I'm a cheer for him and hope the best. Um, yes, I like JJ McCarthy, but he's going to have to earn the job and beat him out. Period. But I think it's a 75% chance that Kyler Murray will come to the Vikings. 75% chance. Um, Now, will he beat out JJ McCarthy for the starting job? That's another story. I hope that JJ McCarthy is using this as motivation, and we'll see who wins the starting job. May the best quarterback win. Because at the end of the day, I just won a Super Bowl. The Vikings never won a Super Bowl, and we're trying to strive to go get it. But yes, I give it about 75% chance out of 100. What do you think about Crosby going to the Ravens? I think it was a big time move. It was a big time move for the Ravens. I think the Ravens are definitely a contender. They just got to make sure Lamar Jackson is healthy. It's a health thing for them. They got the outside talent. They got good tight ends. I don't know about the offensive line all like that, but I know they got some dogs on defense. I'll tell you that. And adding a Max Crosby, crazy. Ravens always draft well. They'll be fine without. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, JD. Like people be trying to make it seem like the first round's the only round you can build a team out. Like it's not true. It's not true at all. There's 7 rounds in the NFL. It'd be different if there was just one round. There's 7 rounds for a reason. Like, listen, it could be one round, but it's 7 rounds for a reason. And there's so many Hall of Famers that are undrafted or coming from the 7th round, the 6th round, the 5th round, the 3rd round. The 3rd round's not a late pick. That's like middle ground. 4th round's like middle. Like 5th round, there's a lot of Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? I was just talking about Danielle Hunter. I put out a short, and I was talking about Danielle Hunter. And Danielle Hunter has his. Now I'm not coming at Max Crosby, but I just want to say this to make my point. As a Viking fan, I'm disappointed in the Minnesota Vikings front office big time because they had Danielle Hunter. They drafted him in the 3rd round. I think the 88th pick in the 3rd round. I think in 20. What draft? I forgot what draft it was, but they drafted him, they developed him, and he turns out to be one of the best pass rushers in Minnesota Viking history. And he was amazing. His statistics, his stats were better than Max Crosby. And how did the Las Vegas Raiders get 2 first-round picks for him? Okay, because he's that guy. He's a dog, right? But why couldn't the Vikings get anything for Danielle Hunter? Now, if you want to talk about age, when Danielle Hunter was a free agent, he wasn't that much older than Max Crosby. So that's not a good enough excuse, in my opinion, not to get anything for Danielle Hunter. Also, when you talk about injury, so he did have the neck injury, but he came back from that neck injury and had double-digit sacks. So that's not an excuse. That's not a big enough excuse for me, a good enough excuse for me. And he's still putting up double-digit sacks with the Texans. Listen, when Danielle Hunter retires, he will be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know about first ballot, but he will be in the Hall of Fame. His numbers are better than Max Crosby's numbers, and the Minnesota Vikings front office got nothing for him. If you wasn't going to get if you wasn't going to give Danielle Hunter a bag, meaning you wasn't going to give him a contract extension, if you wasn't going to do it, why would you just let him become listen, you trade him for a first round pick, second round pick, something, or trade him for a player that can help us right now. They just let him become a free agent. And guess what? He's with the Texans, and he's one of, like, the reason why the Texans are so great. He's one of the biggest reasons why. That's why he just got an extension, I think a 1 year extension for, like, I forgot how much it was. It was big money. It was big money for 1 year. And Danielle Hunter is well deserved. He is one of the best pass rushers in the game. If you look at Danielle Hunter's stats, he is one of the best. I don't know why people don't talk about Danielle Hunter more, but if you look at his stats, he is a dog. And he's one of the biggest reasons why the Texans have one of the best defenses in the game. And I'm disappointed because the Vikings had him in the building and we let him go for nothing. We let him become a free agent and sign with the Texans. And you got the Las Vegas Raiders trading Max Crosby, which he's a dog as well. He's good as well, but he ain't Danielle Hunter. And I say that respectfully. And I don't understand why the Vikings ain't getting nothing for him. Nothing. You didn't even get a third round pick. You didn't get nothing in a trade from another team. You didn't get nothing. Well, I'm just disappointed in the front office, man. That was not a good look for the Vikings at all. My friend, my friend is Ravens fan. He wants a stud wide receiver already. The Ravens got a couple of studs. I love Zay Flowers. No Hendrickson though, yeah. But Kyler Murray also has interest in playing for the Colts. Oh, I don't think he might go. That might be a good move though for him. Danny Dimes might that would be a good look for him. I didn't even think of the Colts. We in trouble. We seem lost. Oh man. Skull. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, Danielle Hunter is in the whole Colts even offered more money. Yes. Like Colts, like Danielle Hunter is a dog, bro. Like we didn't, like the Vikings drafted this man and we got nothing for him. Like for real, we got nothing for him, which is freaking crazy, man. It's freaking crazy. Like it doesn't make any sense how we didn't get anything for this man. This man is one of the best players in Minnesota Viking history. It's crazy work, man. Crazy work. I'm very frustrated about that. I really am. I'm very frustrated about that. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already, and also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful night. But yeah, so how do you feel about the Vikings right now? Saturday Night Football Talk with your boy Mike Sports Vibes. How do you feel about the Vikings right now? How do you feel about any team, whatever team that you rock with? How do you feel about your team right now? We offers were around $47 million, and he turned that down. That's crazy. Because he was looking at the head coach. The head coach probably, he was looking at the coaching and the system and all that. Vibes Monday legal tampering begins. Yes, you keep us informed. Yes, I will be definitely putting some videos out on Monday. It's going to be very entertaining these next few weeks. I'll tell you that. This whole offseason is going to be very entertaining. That's why we should trade Grenard now so we can actually get something. Otherwise, he walks. Exactly, Bob. We literally had one of the best players of all time and got nothing for him. I'm still stuck there because I look at what they got for Crosby, and I don't want people thinking I'm coming at Crosby because he is a very good player. But if you know who Danielle Hunter is, if you don't know who he is, look him up. His numbers are better than Crosby's. And we didn't get nothing for him. We let him walk for nothing. We let him become a free agent instead of trading him. If you wasn't going to give him the bag, if you didn't trust that he was going to stay healthy, you should have got something for him. You could have got a first, you could have got a second, you could have got multiple third round. You could have got something for Danielle Hunter. So I gotta give so much credit to the Las Vegas Raiders because you not only was able to trade Max Crosby for 2 first-round picks, you're rebuilding. You're gonna build around Mendoza most likely. You're gonna rebuild your offensive line. You have Ashton Genty. You have some talented players on offense. You got some talented players on defense. You just have to build the rest of the roster out. And the Las Vegas Raiders are going to be good. And then with the Ravens being so close to a Super Bowl, if Lamar Jackson is healthy, you having a dog on the, as an edge rusher like Max Crosby, yeah, let's listen. Sky's the limit for the Baltimore Ravens. But it's just like, as a Viking fan, I'm just a little frustrated, man, with that. I know it's over with. I know that there's nothing we can do at this point. But still, we should learn our lesson. Like my boy Bob said, learn our lesson. If you're not going to keep a player, just trade him when you can. Don't just let him walk. Get something while you can get something. You know what I mean? Chuck, I take no one this year. Let me read these comments. That's why we should. What you want for good? What do I want for Grenard? Anything we can get. If we can get a first-round pick, I would love that. I think it'll be more like a second-round pick, third-round pick. I would like to get 2 third-round picks. I don't know. Get something that's valuable. That makes sense. Just don't give them up for anything because Jonathan Grenard, I think he had back-to-back double-digit seasons. I think 12 sacks or something like that. So you don't want to just give him up for anything. And I know he's a good pass rusher. He just had a down season last season because of injury. So I hope we can get. My dream would be a first-round pick. I don't think that's happening. But if we can get a second-round pick in a third or a third-round pick in a fourth, something, just give me something. As long as Murray isn't a Vikings, Kirk isn't either, and to any vet just tells me no accountability for Kevin O'Connell. You know what though, bro? I hate to tell you this, bro. Kevin O'Connell, he doesn't get as much accountability. I was trying to tell people last season, bro. I said that it wasn't. Listen, I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy was perfect last season. That's not true. And I'm not trying to take responsibility off of JJ McCarthy. But those were his first games last season, right? That man, Kevin O'Connell, did not put JJ McCarthy in the best position to be successful. Kevin O'Connell, and I'm trying not to be too negative, I'm trying to be positive, but Kevin O'Connell's play calling was absolutely horrible all season long. He did not call the run play, and I don't want to hear, oh, well, the offensive line was so banged up we couldn't run the ball. Even with a banged up offensive line, we were still averaging 4.5 a carry. Look it up and tell me how good that is. 4.5 a carry rushing the ball with a banged up offensive line is pretty darn good in the NFL. The problem is Kevin O'Connell didn't like to run the ball. So what's the best friend of a quarterback, especially a young quarterback? The run game. Why are you putting all this pressure on a young quarterback to just put everything on his shoulder when you know your offensive line is banged up? When helping him would be running the ball. You were running the ball successfully. I don't want the offensive line was hurt. No, yes, it was hurt, but you could still run the ball. You can't be one-dimensional. You can't be. You still got to try to attempt to run the ball. And when you was running the ball successfully, you still didn't want to run the ball. I remember, oh my goodness, what game was it? And I think J.J. McCarthy was the quarterback, or was he hurt? I don't know. I forgot. Was it Carson Wentz? I don't know. It probably was J.J. McCarthy. I remember it was back-to-back runs. Aaron Jones, it was 2 rushes for like 30 rushing yards. It was only 2 rushes and gained 30 yards on 2 rushes. And you want to know what happened? Guess who went away from the run game? Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell said, the run game is too successful. Let's pass it. And you want to know what happened? That first pass was an INT. I said, you can't make this stuff up. It's almost laughable. And I'm trying to be very positive with Kevin O'Connell. He does not get enough accountability. So you are 100% correct with there's no accountability for Kevin O'Connell. But now there is. And the next thing that you said, no Kirk, no Colin. I'm going to tell you this right now, bro. I hate to tell you the bad news, but Kevin O'Connell's job's on the line. And I don't think he believes in J.J. McCarthy. As much as we all like J.J. McCarthy, not all of us, as much as some of us want him to be the starting quarterback in the 2026 NFL season, the problem is this. Kevin O'Connell's job is on the line. And guess what? There's going to be a short leash if J.J. McCarthy gets the start. And I don't think he will get the start. I think they're going to bring in somebody. It could be Kirk. It could be Kyler Murray, whoever it is. They're going to get the job. And we'll see what happens from there. It's up to J.J. McCarthy to win the job at this point. There's going to be competition. The GM already said there's going to be competition. Before Crazy got fired, he said it. Kevin O'Connell said it. And like I said, it's not about how we feel about J.J. McCarthy. It's about how Kevin O'Connell feels. It's about the ownership. What does the owner feel about J.J. McCarthy? Because they're thinking we want to make the playoffs. So they're going to rush the process. They might make the biggest mistake. And I'm not saying that J.J. McCarthy was perfect last season. I'm not saying that J.J. McCarthy did no wrong and that he played like a Pro Bowler. That's not what I'm saying. He has to do the things that he needs to improve on some things as well. And I hope he's using this as motivation. So whoever quarterback that they bring in, they get destroyed. He does his thing and beats them fair and square. So in the preseason games, make sure y'all watch every preseason game because it's going to be some true competition. And Kevin O'Connell, in my honest opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, does not believe in J.J. McCarthy. I don't care what that man says. He might have been part of the reason why they drafted J.J. McCarthy. He might have been part of the reason why they drafted J.J. McCarthy, but I keep telling people change their mind all the time. You and I that's watching this live stream can change our mind about anything that we're doing right now. Just like my homie said about Kirk. I don't want Kirk Cousins, but you might change your mind about Murray. Say Murray does win the starting job and he does amazing and we win our first Super Bowl in Minnesota Viking history. I'm pretty sure you're going to change your mind. Let me tell you something about me. One thing that I admit, I was wrong about Sam Darnold. I said when we signed Sam Darnold, I said, why would we sign this guy? He is no good. He's an interception machine. He ain't that guy. You know what? My ego is not too big to admit when I'm wrong. I was 100% wrong about Sam Darnold. I said that this man, I said J.J. McCarthy should win this starting job. I don't even want to see Sam Darnold play. And then in that first game, I saw Sam Darnold throw that 96-yard touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson. I said, oh my goodness. I said, yo, we might be on to something. And then he was one of the biggest reasons why we had 14 wins. It was the defense as well, but Sam Darnold did his thing as well. So it's just like my mindset now is as much as I don't like I think I see someone say Geno Smith. I don't want no Geno Smith, y'all. Please stop it. Don't say Geno Smith in the comments, please. Respectfully, I don't want Geno Smith. But anyway, let me just get to back what I was saying. My mindset is this. I'm trying to be optimistic about anybody we bring in. And J.J. McCarthy's job is to win the starting job because it's not a guarantee that he's going to be the starter. And that's just the honest truth because of Kevin O'Connell. It's not about how I feel about J.J. McCarthy. I like J.J. McCarthy. I think he has that dog mentality. But at the end of the day, it's about what Kevin O'Connell feels in the ownerships. And we're to the point right now where I am very nervous about J.J. McCarthy's career in the purple and gold. I feel like, and it's even if he, say for instance, say they do go with Kyler and Kyler wins the starting job, or say they trade J.J. McCarthy. I hope he does great on his next team, just like I was cheering for Sam Darnold. I don't want this to happen. I want the best. I would love to see a homegrown quarterback be successful with the Minnesota Vikings. The last time we had a homegrown quarterback that was pretty good until he got hurt was Teddy Bridgewater. And then prior to that, I think we going back to Dante Culpepper. We probably going back to Dante Culpepper days, right? Like we don't develop talent. We don't develop quarterbacks. We don't develop quarterbacks at all. And that's the issue we have. We don't develop nobody. Let me get to the comments. Danielle Hunter is in. Yep, I read that. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Wiseman in the legal. That's why we should trade Grenard. How? So yep, exactly. Excuse me, y'all. What's your what do you read that? Read that. I feel like the fans have been gaslit into thinking we need Kyler. I don't even think it's that, bro. I don't think it's because I don't even think it's that. You know what I think it is? I'm gonna give you my opinion, how I feel. It's not that I don't feel like we need Kyler. I feel like the Vikings want Kyler. See, that's the difference. I feel like the Vikings want Kyler because they don't believe in JJ McCarthy. And I'm not talking about Viking fans. Some Viking fans think JJ McCarthy's a bust. Some Viking fans think he has potential to be great. There's the middle ground like me. I'm middle ground. I don't know. I don't really know about JJ McCarthy. I feel like he can be good, but I don't know. Nobody really knows. He only played 10 games, right? But I just feel like the reason why Kyler Murray is so hyped right now is because there's going to be because they're saying that they're going to bring quarterback competition in. They're going to bring quarterback competition in whether we like it or not. And even if you believe in JJ McCarthy, like I believe him, I think he can be good. At that press conference, what game was it when he did the gritty in the end zone? Kevin O'Connell was saying he didn't even like the gritty in the end zone. Kevin O'Connell, like, dudes can't even have fun in the dang on end zone. You can't even celebrate a touchdown. You know how bad that sounds? You can't celebrate a touchdown. That's how I know that Kevin O'Connell doesn't rock with JJ McCarthy. That's why I'm saying it's not about how I feel about JJ. It's not about how you feel about JJ. It's about what Kevin O'Connell feels about JJ. That's the issue we have because they're not going to go by what the fan base wants because they're desperate to get to the playoffs. And you know what's so crazy? And I said this before, and I know people go like, "Oh, Mike, you're tripping." JJ McCarthy, if he was healthy the whole entire season, we would have made the playoffs easily. We were a game out of the playoff race. JJ McCarthy showed some flashes, but the problem is he keeps getting hurt. That's the problem we have here, y'all. That's the problem. If he didn't get hurt and we would have made the playoffs, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But since we didn't make the playoffs and since he got hurt and he was hurt for too many games, that's why we're in this conversation right now. And this is why we're going to talk about Kyler. We're going to be talking about every quarterback that you can name until they make the announcement and say, oh, Kyler Murray is expected to sign with the Minnesota Vikings when it's breaking news or something like that. Or if they trade for Mac Jones or somebody. We're going to be talking about this because, unfortunately, the honest truth is he keeps getting hurt. In this last season, that was pretty much his rookie season. This was a big season for him because if he would have stayed healthy for, like, say he played 10, say he played 13 games and we made the playoffs, there would be no conversation no more because Kevin O'Connell's job wouldn't be on the line. I don't even think Quazy will be fired right now. I honestly think things would be so much different if he played like 14 games. 14 games. That's the issue we have is his injuries. Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button, everybody. Oh, I got a super chat, baby. I got a super chat, baby. Shout out to you, bro. He said, Bruce Cox said, 5025 said, third rounder for Gennard and our DT Grover Stewart. You know what? I would love it. Absolutely love it. Man, shoot. Hey, listen. Let me look up his stats right now, bro. Let me look up his stats right now. Because I'm not going to sit here and cap. I don't know too much about Grover Stewart like that. But I'm going to take your word for it, man, that he's pretty good. He's decent. So let me look him up real quick before I give you my honest opinion. Because that's one thing about your boy. If I don't know something, I'm going to look it up. I ain't going to even pretend I know something I don't know. I ain't going to lie. All right, he's 32 years old, it looks like. Defense had tackle from the Colts. He had one forced fumble, one interception, half sack last season, 6'4", 314 pounds. He was drafted in the 4th round by the Colts. Let me see his statistics. Let me see. He must be good at stopping the run. We need someone that can stop the run. Decent defensive tackle. I got to look at his. Let's look up PFF. Shout out to you, bro. God bless you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Again, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that's in the building. And again, please, Do not take anything personal what anybody says. Keep it respectful in the comments, though. It's okay to agree to disagree with someone's opinion. Um, it's all love at the end of the day in the comments. But make sure y'all do hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. All right, so when you look at his PFF grade, overall grade is 57.3. He's ranked out of 134 defensive tackles. He's ranked number 74th. Pass rush grade 59.5, which is 79th out of 134. Run defense is 56.8. That's 57th out of 134. I mean, good body and rotation with Redmond. But I still want to draft a defensive tackle in that not fourth round. Gosh, I want to draft a defensive tackle in the first round. I did a mock draft, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? And a lot of the defensive tackles dropped to us. We stick and pick. I was drafting at 18. Literally, bro. Like all the top defensive tackles, like Woods, Lee, Christian Miller, McDonald. Who's the guy missing? Caleb Banks, I believe. All the top defensive tackles dropped to us at 18 pretty much. So we can stick and pick and draft the best defensive tackle available at pick 18. Unless the Vikings are trying to trade up for Jeremiah Love, which I don't feel like makes a lot of sense. And the only reason why I say don't trade up, we need every pick at this point, right? But the reason why I say don't trade up for Jeremiah Love, and I'm not saying he's not going to be a good player, is because we don't run the ball enough anyway. We don't even run the ball enough. What's the point of drafting? It's like having Adrian Peterson in his prime. It wouldn't matter because Kevin O'Connor doesn't like to run the ball. So I don't want to give up draft capital to move up because people are drafting Jeremiah Love in the top 5, bro. There's the Browns are drafting him, like the Titans are drafting him. Like these people are drafting him in the top 5, top 6. And I don't think the Vikings are going to trade all the way up to go get Love. But so I think we should stick and pick and get DT. But we'll see. I go and then now we have to start thinking about a pass rusher because we're about to trade Jonathan Gernard. And I hope we can get, like you said, 3rd round and somebody else. I want to be a little bit more greedy. I want a 2nd round and a 4th rounder. Give me a 2nd rounder and a 4th rounder. That's how I look at it. Let me look at the comments. My bad, I'm skipping some comments. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If y'all haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And we're also going live for primetime games as well. Not all, but some. Kevin O'Connor will be out of Minnesota by week 5. You might be right. If Kevin O'Connor promises Kyler is wrong for is quarterback, Kevin O'Connor is wrong for the head coach position. No, it shouldn't be a guarantee. It shouldn't be a guarantee. We have another super chat. 2 super chats. Thank you so much, bro. 3rd rounder for so 3rd rounder for Gernard and our top DT and their top. Yes, and that's their top DT, Buckner. I'll do that. Yes, I'll do that. I just feel like, yes, and we'll solve the defensive tackle position, and we can probably go pass rusher. We can probably go, what's another position of need? I think cornerback, yes, I think that's a position of need, but I don't think cornerback is the biggest need. If we don't get a defensive tackle, I think defensive tackle is the biggest need in the 1st round because I just want the next Pat Williams. When's the last time the Vikings had a Pat Williams? When's the last time the Vikings had a Kevin Williams? Do y'all remember the William Wall? Nobody liked to run against it. Shout out to you again for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. God bless to you. Let me read. I ride with JJ. I mean, I like JJ too. Murray doesn't fit Kevin O'Connor's playbook. He'd had to change it for Murray. Why not do it for JJ? You want to know why, Daniel? Hey, Daniel, you want to know why? You want to know why he doesn't want to change it for JJ McCarthy? I'm going to tell you why. I don't know. I have no clue. Listen, I have no clue. And you want to know what's so crazy? The man had the nerve to, I don't know if it was an interview or what. This man had the nerve to say, hey, it was week 14. I'm going to adjust the play calling for my quarterbacks. So you wait till week 14 to adjust your play calling for your quarterbacks? Bro, like the whole goal, what's the job of a head coach? The job of a head coach is to adapt to the talent you have on the football field, not the other way around. If your playbook is one way, if you draft a quarterback that needs something else, you adjust your playbook to his needs. You don't do, it's not the other way around. You match the talent you have on the football field. And that is my biggest argument with with Kevin O'Connell. And people be coming at me, oh, you're a Kevin O'Connell hater. No, I'm a realist. I don't put Kevin O'Connell on this pedestal like some people. Let me keep it real. Yes, he's a good coach with a veteran quarterback that possibly wasn't that good on another team. Sam Darnold. Kirk Cousins was a veteran quarterback. He looked good. Like Kirk Cousins looked a little bit better. Sam Darnold looked amazing. Joshua Dobbs looked good for like 2 games. That was about it. Nick Mullins just throws a whole bunch of interceptions and touch. He just throws a lot of interceptions, but he throws up for a lot of yards. Who else did he have? Yeah, he didn't really do nothing, but he hasn't developed a quarterback. So the whole quarterback genius, and he can't have that title anymore. Kevin O'Connell, he has a good record in the regular season. But as a Viking fan, everybody that's watching this live stream right now, what's more important? Yes, you have to have a good regular season to get to the playoffs. I'm not saying not to have a good regular season. But as a Viking fan, every person that's in this building, even if you're not a Viking fan, what's the most important thing? The playoffs. The playoffs. So if you have, say, what does he have, like 40-something wins in a regular season and like 20-something losses, that's very good. But what's your postseason record with the Vikings? 0-2. Let me say that one more time. For people that put Kevin O'Connell on this pedestal, he hasn't won one playoff game as a head coach. That's more important. I'd rather for Kevin O'Connell's regular season record to be worse than that and barely get into the playoffs and win playoff games than it being looking amazing in the regular season but horrible in the postseason. And the postseason L's were horrible. We had the Giants at home. We lost to Danny Dimes, respectfully, and I like Danny Dimes. He beat the brakes off of our defense. No, it wasn't just all like listen, it's a team sport. This is the ultimate team sport. The defense was horrible, but as a head coach, why didn't you fire Donishell? If you know that your defense has been horrible all season and you had to come back every single game because your defense is giving up all these yards, giving up all these touchdowns, why wouldn't you fire him? Why would you keep him? And then you wonder, oh, well, we couldn't stop nobody in the... Come on, man. And then the latest L, when we went against the Rams. The Rams, listen, their offense did their thing on us in the first half, and then Brian Flores made the adjustment in the second half, and the defense only gave up 1 field goal in the second half. But what did the offense do in the second half? They didn't do nothing pretty much. The offense was horrible all game. So where's the halftime adjustments when it comes to Kevin O'Connell? Where's the in-game adjustments when it comes to Kevin O'Connell? It's a chess match. See, it seems like Kevin O'Connell plays checkers when you're going against some real competition. And he plays chess when you're going against a team that you know is not as talented to beat your team. And he looks good against teams. Like, he doesn't beat the good teams. We don't beat the good teams when it counts. When we could have had the first seed in 2024, we went against the Lions. We got demolished against the Lions. The Lions were banged up on defense, and our offense still couldn't score. How is that possible, Kevin O'Connell? Aren't you this offensive genius? I'm not going to sit here and put Kevin O'Connell on the pedestal like not everybody, like some people. I'm not. You made a second-year quarterback that was 22, 23 years old look horrible early on in his career. It is not all on J.J. McCarthy. It's not all on the injuries on the offensive line. Because play calling can help the offensive line. But his play calling was so horrible. My bad, I'm going on a big rant. His play calling is so horrible when you call plays that go 30 yards down the field when you know your offensive line can't block for nothing. You know your offensive line can't block, but you're going to call a play that has to develop 30, 40 yards down the field. Makes no sense, Kevin O'Connell. Like, come on, man. Short term, I go Geno. Long term, I go Kyler. Murray doesn't fit. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I ride with Minnesota Vikings, while considered a strong candidate for low cost 1 year deal, officially signed with the Vikings. Yet, though he highly interested in opportunity. Yep, true. Let's send JJ McCarthy to the Rams, then we'll never sniff the playoffs. The Rams will bounce us every year after. Uh, we'll see. Listen, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? The Rams definitely got a good coach. He'll adjust to JJ McCarthy's strengths. Number 9 injuries, biggest issue is reliability. Yup. I agree. Gino would be able to step into happening. Like, listen, if you go for like a 1 year, Gino will probably be a good fit if you're gonna have JJ McCarthy sit 1 season. But I think at this point, Kevin O'Connell's job is on the line. I don't think he's gonna. I listen. That would be probably what he would do too. That could be an honest thing that he will do because Geno Smith right now is going to be able to run this offense better than JJ McCarthy probably would right now because he's a veteran quarterback. He's been in the NFL for a long time, and JJ McCarthy is going on his 3rd season. So, but in the long term, like my bull said, like it's not. I don't believe that's the answer. I think you kind of have to play him now, JJ McCarthy, because at the end of the day, even if you go Geno Smith for 1 season, I don't know, man. Is 1 more year going to help him? Like I feel like he's going to learn by playing and having a true opportunity and having a coach that will call run plays. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. We aren't making the playoffs next year. Just saying we go. Nah, we're gonna make the playoffs. Hey, listen, Daniel, I'm delusional. We gonna make the playoffs, bro. We gonna make the playoffs. Trade for Herbert or Burrow. Anyone else is regression. You know what? The only issue is Justin Herbert on the trade block. Are they gonna trade him? Joe Burrow, is he on the trade block? Are they gonna trade him? I would love Joe Burrow. I would love Justin Herbert, but it takes two to tango. It takes two teams to agree. You know what I mean? You can keep Stewart. We have plenty of guys underperforming. So, Mike, what's good, Blue? Who you want Vikings first pick to be? I want us to draft the best defensive tackle that's available. Um, I'm very very big on trenches. For defensive line, I'm a big Lee guy. I like Christian Miller. I like Woods. Um, I would love to get the best defensive tackle. You know what I mean? That they think that is the best defensive tackle. But I also in the third, and see, I'm thinking we go defensive tackle in the first. In the second round, I wouldn't mind trading back a little bit, depending on who's available. I would like to get the best safety available because I'm thinking about Harrison Smith possibly retiring. But even if he's not going to retire, I still feel like they should go safety or corner, because you want to make sure you have someone to replace Harrison Smith. So you don't want to wait until he retires. But oh well, he's not going to retire, so we're not going to draft a safety. No, you gotta be proactive. You know what I mean? And then in the third round, because we got 2 third-round picks, I'm drafting a center. I like Sam. I think his last name is Hetched. Sam Hetch. He didn't give up one. He didn't give up one sack in his college career. And I also like Jake Slaughter as well. So I think we need to go center in the third round. Um, and also possibly go like edge rusher in the third round as well. We made a mistake letting Phillips go. Yes, you ain't lying, bro. For real. Round Ponds. Okay, yeah, I like Ponds. Yeah. TBT, yes. And Princeton. Okay, I like what you're saying, Daniel. Skull. Holden, what's good? Yeah, I know, man. We Sixers are terrible. We need to draft a dog defense. Stewart's too old for us. And not okay. I like your opinion, bro. What's Murray going to do throwing 50 plus times in a game? Lost. I can't wait to see him go off script and we'll see what happens, bro. It's gonna be. Hey, listen, get your popcorn ready. Excuse me. The Minnesota Vikings can draft Mike Washington Jr. from our. I like that too. CJ Woolen draft pounds. Okay. We're shopping so have Minnesota give us a call. All right. Who's happy about the return of Rob? GM second time round, first time grad Christian. Oh, are you serious? He was the one that drafted Christian Ponder. Oh, bro, you don't. I don't even want to get into that. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm trying to be optimistic, bro. I'm trying to be optimistic, bro. You met. Hey, listen. I don't know, man. I gotta say that. I'm gonna say to be denounced. We'll see what he does. That's all I'm gonna say. I will be live for the draft, by the way. Kevin O'Connor didn't adjust his office to JJ because he wanted to prove a point that JJ wasn't ready with Quasi. Kevin O'Connell is a Kevin O'Connell. He's not. He listen. I don't know if that's true. That's even more horrible. That's horrible. If that's true to prove a point to the GM that he wasn't ready, it's your job to get him ready. See, y'all about to make me go off on this live stream. I'm trying to not do it. I'm trying not to be too negative on Kevin O'Connell, but y'all about to make me go off on Kevin O'Connell, man. Check this. Kevin O'Connell plays 0-10. Kyler Murray plays 0-10. Hoping to win isn't a good way to coach. Yup. Kevin O'Connell isn't the guru. Yeah, guru or whisperer. Yes, exactly. Yes, definitely. Kevin O'Connell offense is the Golden State Warriors these defenses and over the 4 quarters. That's what makes his offense. Yeah, but the thing about it, you said Golden State Warriors, bro. They got championships, bro. I don't think that was a good comparison, bro. That wasn't a good David. I got love for you, brother. That was not the best comparison. They got championships. We don't got no Super Bowls, man. That's the bad. That is not a good comparison. It might not look the prettiest. You might not like it, but they got championships. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Listen, they got championships, brother. If Kyler Murray joins the Vikings, what is your opinion on that? If Kyler Murray joins the Vikings, I'm going to be optimistic and hope the best. I'm not going to be overly negative about Kyler Murray. My mindset right now is because I pretty much said this about Sam Darnold. I wasn't the biggest fan of Sam Darnold coming in. I was like, why would the Vikings sign him? And like I said, I admit when I was wrong. I was wrong about Sam Darnold. He was the best decision that Quasi made. That was the best decision, but they didn't keep him. And Sam Darnold's now a Super Bowl champion. I didn't give Sam Darnold an honest chance until he played that first game. I forgot against what team. So I would give Kyler Murray a chance if he wins the starting job against JJ McCarthy. I'm not going to write him off and say, oh, he just sucks because he wasn't good with the Cardinals. Because I said that about Sam Darnold. I said, oh, he wasn't good with the Jazz. He wasn't good with this team. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it depends on the organization. It depends on the talent around him. And he just didn't get he wasn't in the best system for him to be successful with the Jets and the other teams that he was in. He was with the 49ers, but he didn't get a real opportunity with the 49ers. So my whole thing is I'm going to give everybody a chance. If same goes with JJ McCarthy. I'm not a Viking fan like, oh my gosh, JJ McCarthy's horrible. Don't give him another opportunity. I'm giving everybody a chance, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not going to write off anybody. Now, I'm going to call it like I see it. If Kyler Murray is horrible, guess what I'm going to say? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If JJ McCarthy is the starting quarterback and he's not playing well in his third season, really his second season, but his third season, if you want to be technically speaking, listen, I'm going to keep it real. I hope JJ McCarthy's working on his footwork. I hope he's working on timing with one of his wide receivers. Hopefully it's Jordan Addison. Hopefully he uses all this as motivation. But I'm going to keep it real. But I'm giving everybody a chance. I'm not going to automatically say, oh my gosh, we signed Kyler Murray and he sucks. Like, I don't care. So if he does good, what you going to say? Are you going to keep it real? Like myself, I kept it real with Sam Darnold. I admit I was wrong about Sam Darnold. My ego is not big for me to be like, oh, I don't admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong about Sam Darnold. I was so wrong about Sam Darnold. I was like, I feel like, dang, what was I even thinking? So if Kyler Murray comes in the building and he wins the job, I'm going to give him a chance. Whoever comes in the building, I might not like it initially. I'm going to keep it real with you. but I'm gonna give everybody an honest chance. I'm just talking for myself. And y'all don't have to think like how I'm thinking, but I'm gonna think like this because I feel like everybody deserves a chance. Um, Gotta play JJ. Gotta play JJ now. See if he hasn't it or you need to move on. Yep. Exactly. Oh, everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Yes, Thomas Newton, shout out to you. Hit the like button, sub. Thank you so much for that. Mike, what's going on, Barber in the building, baby? What's good, bro? David said, how hot take 2008 your lines are better than all the NFL teams historic present combined. Dang, that's how you feel? We came back from the largest deficit in history, though. Oh, and Golden State ruined the NBA with those two. Nah, I don't know about all that, bro. I respectfully disagree with that. I mean, you got to beat them. If you at the end of the day, if you feel like they ruined the NBA and they won championships, I mean, I'll take that. I'll take the Vikings ruining the NFL and they win multiple Super Bowls. I'll take it all. If the Vikings throw the ball 60 times and they win multiple Super Bowls, I'll take it, bro. If they run the whole dang on game and don't pass, I'll take it, bro. As long as they win Super Bowls. It'll be different if the Golden State Warriors never won the championships, bro. I listen, you're entitled to your own opinion, but they won a lot of championships. Um, Shout out to everybody in the building. The purple smell of the. I don't know what this bull's talking about. I'm gonna just move on to the next person. Kyler is better than Brosmer. That's a fact. Yeah, of course. That's right, Vaz. Man, best man should win the job always. Yup. Yeah, talk that talk. Yeah, I'm just giving everybody an opportunity, man. I'm not gonna sit here and just say that one player, just because he wasn't good with another team, that I should just write him off and say that we shouldn't get him. Like, it'll be different. Like, all jokes aside, right? It'll be different if JJ McCarthy played all 17 games and we made the playoffs. I'll be like, what are we doing? But the unfortunate truth is he wasn't healthy for more than 10 games. And Kevin O'Connell's job is on the line. So that's like the honest truth right now. So we dealing with that right now. So we'll see what happens. And I absolutely love this team, but at the same time, hopefully we make the right necessary moves, man. We got to make some moves to build this team out. You said JJ is not that guy. He might not be. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I am going to get off this live stream, but I want to say thank you so much for all y'all support. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Is there any last questions before I get off? Make sure I hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Thank you so much for all y'all support. JJ is not that guy. Day. That's why Steph Curry is number 2 behind MJ, but in front of number 3 Kobe. We know you a LeBron guy. I don't agree with what you said at all. I don't got Steph Curry as number 2. Are you forgetting some of the all time greats, bro? You talking about Kareem? You talking about you know who Kareem is, bro? You got Steph Curry over Kareem? Hey, I like LeBron. LeBron's up there, but you got Steph Curry over Kareem. I don't know about that, bro. He's the best shooter probably of all time, but Steph Curry ain't above, like, for me. I don't know if you know who Kareem is, but I don't got Steph Curry over no Kareem, bro. Like, respectfully speaking, you talking about Steph Curry over, you got him number 2 behind Michael Jordan? Are you forgetting some of the all-time greats? I don't even know if you could put him over Kobe. What? Listen, I love Steph Curry. I absolutely love Steph Curry. But come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Stop. I love Steph Curry, so I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on Steph, bro. But you got him over Kareem. You're putting him over Kobe. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. But I like LeBron too. I don't know. Like, I think I would put LeBron over Steph as well. But I don't know. That depends on who you talk to. I just look at like it's just hard to really debate because I love Steph so much. I love LeBron as well, but at the same time, I lost a lot of respect for LeBron when he went and teamed up with D Wade. I felt like I understand you have to have talent around you, but you know how good D Wade was, bro. Like that was I don't know, bro. That's like for instance, right? Let me give you a perfect example. That's like Magic Johnson teaming up with Larry Bird. What you think is going to happen to the NBA? What you think would have happened to the NBA if Larry Bird would have teamed up with Magic Johnson? What you think would have happened? It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair. It would be no competition. It wouldn't even make sense for them to even have an NBA season. It'd be well, they're gonna win. Don't even play. It's over. Um, have a great weekend, bro. Go to you, bro. What are your thoughts on Jefferson getting his contract restructured? I like it, man. You gotta, the Vikings are trying to get under cap to have some money to spend in free agent. Also, Christian Darrisaw and Justin Jefferson got restructured. They need all the money they can get. So, like, I understand like why they're doing it, and I love it, man. They're trying to make it happen, bro. They're trying to make it happen, and they got to do whatever they can. They have to do whatever they have to do to have money to spend. I love it. They're making some moves. They have to do it though. This is one of the they got themselves in a cap issue in 2026 and beyond. So they're going to have to fix it. And right now they're making the necessary moves to fix it. Let's talk about some of the moves. So Ryan Kelly, he medically retired, so they save money off the cap from him. Jonathan Allen, Hargrave, they're going to release them, so they're going to save money from them. Also, Aaron Jones, they're going to save money from him. They saved $5 million for restructuring T.J. Hawkinson today. I'm pretty sure there's some other moves that they're thinking about. I just don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they might restructure Brian O'Neill next. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that could be a contract they can restructure, save some money for 2026. But yeah, they gotta make some more moves still. But this so far is a good start. I love it. I love it. Um, who impacted NBA the most, MJ or Steph? MJ all day. Even negatively impacted NBA still needs recognition. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own. I don't think he impacted the NBA negatively. You're entitled to your opinion. Steph changed the game. He did change the game, but I don't think he changed it for the negative. I mean, if you can shoot, why not shoot? Like, if you can shoot, I'ma shoot. I mean, it's part of the game. That's like saying, or if I can dominate in the post like Shaquille O'Neal, he messed the game up because he dominated in the paint. There's nothing wrong with it. If you can't stop me, I'm gonna keep doing it. That's like saying the hook shot of Kareem, the sky hook, was negative because he always did the sky hook and nobody can stop it. If you can't stop it, I'm gonna keep doing it. That's not necessarily saying that that's not. I don't think that's making the NBA negative. Nobody has to shoot like Steph Curry. I mean, people try, but there's only one Steph Curry. But I don't think Steph Curry impacted the game negatively, in my opinion. I just feel like Steph Curry, you know, he's the greatest shooter of all time. I don't think there's another shooter that's on his level. And if you go by statistically, it's just a fact. He made the most threes in NBA history. He made and that, like, of course, back in the day, it was different because it was more physical, and you got Reggie Miller. There's so many other great all time 3-point shooters, but And and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if Steph Curry would have lasted back in the day shooting those threes. The physicality that they played with back in the day was different. Especially with the bad boy Pistons back in the day going against Michael Jordan, and they looked like they was wrestling back in the day. Like they was fouling Michael Jordan. Like I'm like, dude, what the heck are they doing? Are they trying to take this dude to the dang on hospital to try to make him go to the hospital? Like it was crazy, but I don't know if Steph Curry would have been able to last that long. But the game got a little bit softer, and he was, not taking nothing away from Steph Curry, but he is the best shooter in the NBA in my opinion. Jefferson wants to be traded. No, he doesn't. I don't believe that. Randy Moss said if someone were to call him, he would come play out of retirement. That's funny. Moss number one wide receiver because he changed the game like Steph did. Um, that's just my. I mean, you changed the game, but doesn't mean you're the number one. You know what I mean? Like Steph Curry is not the number one player in NBA history. You're entitled to your opinion though. I respect your opinion. If the Vikings got Kyler, what would you think about that? I wouldn't be mad if they got Kyler. Like I said before, I was down on Sam Darnold and I was wrong about Sam Darnold. So I'm going to give anybody an opportunity. They, I believe, are just trying to fix cap. I know it's sad, however, they fired GM and making the moves. There is a chance always. I hope always for a Super Bowl, but we all know where we headed. Nah, we got to be positive, bro. We're gonna try to be positive. I feel like the Vikings have a chance every year. I'm a delusional Viking fan though. Yeah. How many Kareem's post players in NBA history now? So what? That's just the game. The game is played differently, but there is players that play in the post. It's just the game is different because now the centers can shoot. Back in the day, centers weren't shooting like they are now. The game, it has changed, just like the NFL. The NFL isn't like it was back in the day. It's every sport. You know what I mean? Every sport changed a little bit. Like right now, like the running backs are coming back, but it's more of a passing league. You know what I mean? There's another game added to this season for the NFL. The game has changed, but that doesn't mean that Steph Curry messed the game up because he's the best shooter of all time. That's just, I don't know. Listen, you're entitled to your own opinion, bro, but I highly disagree with you. Like, I don't know if you are into basketball like that, or if you watch basketball like that, but you to say that Steph Curry, he changed the game for the worse is it's crazy. I ain't never heard nobody say that. I mean, if you want to say that you don't like the what's happening, you're gonna have to grow with the times. It's not back in the day basketball. You can't be stuck in one time zone where it's like, oh, if they don't play like the 60s, I'm done. I'm not watching the NBA no more. You got to grow with the times, bro. Players are getting taller, players are bigger, players like Victor Wembanyama, he can post up. Do you watch the NBA? His post game is crazy, but he can also shoot the three. Did you watch Kevin Garnett? Kevin Garnett will post up, but he can shoot the three. Did you watch Tim Duncan? He can post up, but he was shooting the three, especially later in his career. Did you watch Rasheed Wallace? He can post up and he can shoot the three. Did you watch Dirk Nowitzki? He can post up and he can shoot the three. I don't know if you watch the NBA and you know like some of the greatest centers or power forwards that play, but the game, the centers are not like back in the 60s, like or back in the 70s, or even in the 80s. You know what I mean? The game has evolved. You can't be stuck in one time zone and just expect players to just be like, all right, we're power forwards and centers. We can't shoot jump shots. We can't shoot threes. If I'm a point guard, I can't shoot threes. The game evolved. That's a good thing. It's up to you to stop it. It's up to you to develop a defense that can have better perimeter defense to stop people from shooting threes. You know what I mean? It's part of the game. That's the beautiful thing about the NBA. That's the beautiful thing about sports. The game is supposed to evolve. You can't be stuck in one time zone and be like, all right, this is how the NBA should be played. Just because you don't like the way things are doesn't mean that everybody should think the way you think. That's just the truth. That's just the truth of the matter. Not everybody's going to think the way you think. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own opinion. Everybody can like certain things. Like there's certain things I don't like about the NBA, but I'm not going to say, well, this one player, he gets all these foul calls, so that means the NBA just sucks. It's just negatively impacted. Like it's just a part of the game. It's just part of the game. um, all examples prior to Steph Curry proving my point. You're not proving no point. You're not proving a point at all. I think your point is 100% wrong. If you think Steph Curry ruined the game of basketball, you're wrong, in my honest opinion. Like I don't think you could probably say that maybe they like NBA players, you know, maybe some of the centers might not post like they probably should all the time. But let's go to the Sixers. I'm a big Sixer fan. Joel Embiid. He might shoot 5 threes in a game, but guess what? There's not one player in the NBA right now, in my honest opinion, that has better post moves than him. He will post you up and he will dominate you in the post. It's about dominating in the inside and the out. You don't have to just dominate in the out inside. Like I said, you gotta grow with the times, my guy. You can't be stuck in the 70s. I'm not really sure when you was a big time basketball fan, but you gotta adjust to what's happening, the growth of the game. Like you can't be stuck in one time zone. You could have an opinion about, oh well, and you're entitled to your opinion. You could think that Steph Curry messed the game up. I don't care. That's your opinion. I'm not going to stop you from thinking that way, but I don't feel like Steph Curry messed the game up. Like I don't know if you was to go to any basketball fan and think that Steph Curry messed the game up because he can shoot the ball better than anybody in NBA history, they're going to probably look at you like you're crazy. But that's your opinion, though. You're entitled to your own opinion. Um, I am being positive respectfully. I still have hope. I've been alive since 1979, and patterns appear. I believe in positive. It's always up to the organization to give us hope. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm just trying to be optimistic, man. Um, I'm just trying to be optimistic in the matter, man. At the end of the day, bro, like we don't know what's going to happen this upcoming season, but my mindset right now is I'm gonna give this team an opportunity. And one thing about me is I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Like if they suck, I'm gonna keep it real and tell you they are terrible and they're not doing anything. Um, but I get what you're saying. The patterns of this team, you're like, dang, man, can we just get it together? Like I 100% agree with what you're saying, bro. Like I get what you're saying. Um, yeah, we are always here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But at the same time, um, I always look at the NFL like this, bro. Um, or any sport that you rock with, hockey, baseball, basketball, like uh just like they say any given Sunday, I always say any given season. So like you can probably have a down season and then the next season you have a good season, you make the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like that's how I think. Like that's how I'm thinking. Like the Vikings didn't have the best season, but they weren't bad. Like the Vikings were only a game away from the playoffs. They weren't bad. They weren't bad at all. Like, well, not, I don't want to say at all. The offense was bad, but as a total, the special teams was pretty good for the most part. For the most part, especially the field goal kicker. Will Reichard was amazing. Our defense was absolutely amazing, right? Our offense was the one weakness. That's why I say it's a team sport. Like you can have the best defense. We had number 3 defense, and we still didn't make the playoffs. We were only a game out of the playoff race, bro. So we just need a little bit better quarterback play consistently. Like I'm talking about for all 17 games, not 10 games. I'm talking about for every game of the season. We need better play from our quarterback. We need better play from our offensive line if they can stay healthy. We need better play calling from Kevin O'Connell. We need better play when it comes to our wide receivers dropping passes. We need better play when it comes to our tight ends dropping passes. We need better play from everybody. Everybody got to step their game up. It's not just a one player thing. It's not just a one coach thing. Because you got the offensive line coach, you got the running back coach, you got the wide receiver coach. Like you got multiple coaches for multiple position groups. So it's a team sport, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yo, what's your thoughts on the commander situation and what they should do this offseason? What's their situation? Catch me up, man. Catch me up with their situation. The only thing that I could think, the only thing I could think about when I think about the Commanders is like when I think about the Commanders, I think about just health. With Jaden Daniels, if Jaden Daniels is healthy, bro, like I feel like the Commanders have a good opportunity. Let me see what their situation. I'm not really sure what you mean by their situation. Like, are you talking about like? Be more specific, because I'm sorry, I really don't know. The Commanders, to me, I just feel like if their starting quarterback is healthy, they got a chance because I think Daniels is really that guy. But let me say something real quick. Commanders predicted to land risky speed weapon Jaden. Let me see. What's going on with the Commanders? What's going on with the Commanders? What's their pick? Well, yeah, Jaden Daniels, he got to be healthy. That's the number one thing for me. I closed the career number two all the time. He changed the game. Chucking threes for 4 quarters is what's killing the game. I mean, that's your opinion, bro. I don't know why you keep repeating it. Like I get your opinion, but just because you have that opinion doesn't mean that you're going to make me feel the same way. I say what I'm saying is I respectfully disagree. You can think that chucking up threes messed up the game, but that's just your opinion. Everybody has their own opinion, just like you. You're entitled to your opinion as well, but you keep repeating the same thing. I don't know why. Uh, who would you want as a starting quarterback for the Vikings with what's going on? Um, Whoever's the best guy for the job. Like I like JJ McCarthy, right? I like JJ McCarthy, but at the same time, Kevin O'Connell might not want JJ McCarthy. You feel me? Um, and little old me, I don't got the power in the matter to make JJ McCarthy the starting quarterback. I don't have the power to do that. Like I don't got the power. You know what I mean? I like JJ, but the problem is he keeps getting hurt, and I'm not blaming him for him getting hurt, but that's the issue we have, and the issue is Kevin O'Connell job is on the line. So he's trying to figure out what's best for him. He's not thinking about what's best for the team necessarily. He's thinking about what's best for him. We don't know. Maybe what's best for him is the best for the team. I don't know. We're going to see. When it comes to the whole hype about Kyler Murray, I'm just going to be optimistic about him because I don't want to be negative. I'm just going to be optimistic about him, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to be optimistic about anybody they bring in. But I know for a fact it can't be Carson Wentz as our second string quarterback and JJ McCarthy just guaranteed first string. And then JJ McCarthy gets hurt. We have Carson Wentz as our second string, and then we have Max Brosmer as our third string. It can't be like that. Like it can't be like that again. That was horrible. That was horrible. That was a horrible thing that happened last year when it came to our quarterbacks. After Carson Wentz got hurt, Max Brosmer was our third string, and we had no chance. We had no chance. NFC South, they dominated. I am keeping it real, but I have faith. That's why we are a real fan. So you're saying there is a chance? Yes, there's always a chance. Any given year, bro. Any given year. Two bad Packers and Bears, two good plus Lions, same spot as Vikings. Uh, Shoot. I think that we not in the same spot. We better than y'all. We better than the Lions, respectfully speaking. We better than y'all. We better than the Packers. We better than the Bears. We better than all y'all, respectfully. It's like that. But what I will say is this: we're in a situation because there's a big mystery at the most important position. Once we figure that position out, whether it's Kyler, whether it's JJ McCarthy, or somebody else that I didn't name, I think the Vikings are a contender. I feel like because of this defense, I always say defense wins championships. That's just my honest opinion. Um, yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family, and I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Um, we also are going live for primetime games as well. So if listen, we're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. We're going live for the draft as well. Too bad the Packers and Bears. Jaden Daniels reminds me of Jordan Love. Yes. I think Jaden Daniels is a lot more athletic. But yeah, they're definitely. We'll see. We're. I don't know, man. I gotta see. I gotta see if Jaden Daniels can come back. He keeps getting hurt, but Jaden Daniels got to the NFC Championship game, and I don't. Did Jordan Love get to an NFC Championship game yet? I don't think he did yet. Not saying that Jordan Love isn't a good quarterback because I like Jordan Love. I don't think he's top top 5 or top 10, but I think he's a decent quarterback. The best ability is availability. That's true fact, Frank. That's why, like, when people be like, "Oh, it's just JJ McCarthy and nothing else." Like, I could understand if JJ McCarthy was playing like a Pro Bowler and he was healthy for 17 straight games. He wasn't healthy for 17 straight games, and he wasn't playing like a Pro Bowler. I know it was his first season, really his second season, but he wasn't playing like a Pro Bowler. He had some ups and downs, and it wasn't just all on him. But people that be saying, "Oh, this quarterback sucks," it has to just be JJ McCarthy. It's just like, bro, like, it's not just about one player, it's about the whole entire team. The success of the whole entire team. And that goes for any position. That goes for wide receivers, running backs. It goes for the coach. If Kevin O'Connell ain't the right coach, he can go. Like, listen, I don't make it too personal where I'm like, oh my gosh, if this player we draft, no matter what, he can do no wrong. No, listen, bro, if he ain't the guy, skedaddle, hustle away, go hustle la vista. Yes, I want to see the success. I want to see JJ McCarthy be successful, but come on, man. Uh, the trades in free agents on who they should get on the team and what team need like position. Hold on. The trades and free agents on who they should get on the team and what team needs like positions. I'm not really sure what you're saying. Oh, like the trades and free agents. I think you're saying like what should we trade and free agents we should possibly get. That's what I'm thinking that you're saying. You know what, man? To be honest with you, I'm so stuck on just like what the Vikings are gonna do when it comes to the most important position, and that's the quarterback. I got to see who they bringing in at quarterback. They already made some moves, getting rid of. They're about to get rid of Aaron Jones. They about to get rid of a few other players, but at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do at the quarterback position. That's my biggest focus. And in free agency, I'm not really thinking about free agency because we don't got no money to spend anyway at this point. We still trying to get under the cap. We trying to have money to spend. You know what I mean? I'm a Packers fan. Y'all ain't bad. Then we haven't or had one dude. That's in it. Well, let me say this, bro. You're entitled to your own opinion, Joseph, with your Packers. You're a Packers fan. Um, I'll say this. We gonna see when the season start. You're yapping and yapping and yapping because you a Packers fan, right? It's all good. You can yap. But guess what? When we see y'all next season, keep that same energy, and we're gonna beat the brakes off you when we play y'all. Straight up. How many uh that's funny, Seth. We talking about the Minnesota Vikings. We're just talking about stuff like NFL, what's whatever's on your mind. Let's just talk about it. Jordan Love still needs some work to do. I like Jordan Love, but you're right. I was saying it when it happened. Y'all regret trading. Yes. As a Viking fan, I will admit, man, I think that was one of the worst things that they could have done, bro. Like, I like JJ McCarthy, but if you trying to hindsight 2020, if you saying that you'll take JJ McCarthy over Sam Darnold now after him winning a Super Bowl, not saying he would have won a Super Bowl with us last year, but dang, bro, you just delusional, bro. You won't want to win a Super Bowl. Like, respectfully speaking, like, you can like JJ McCarthy all you want, but Sam Darnold is one of them guys. He's a very good quarterback, bro. I gotta admit to that. Um, Vikes haven't had a good quality backup quarterback in the past 4 to 5. Then that's the problem. We don't have none, and we always trying to like we signed Carson Wentz last minute, and people forget about that, man. It's bull crap. We both always going to talk trash, but it's love. Good luck. Yeah, it's all love, bro. It's all love. Like it's okay to agree to disagree with somebody, man. Like people get so in their feelings where, oh my gosh, someone disagrees. Forget them. I can't stand them. Like it's okay to agree to disagree with someone and have a disagreement. It could be respectful. Like you don't gotta be like, you stupid. I can't, and you cuss them out and you threaten them because they don't believe in what you believe. Like everybody got their own opinion. Like I said before, not everybody's going to think like each other. Like that's what makes that's what makes life amazing. You know what I mean? Like if everybody thought the same, wouldn't life be boring when it comes to just like talking to people? Hey, I already know what you're thinking. Huh, we all think the same. Like wouldn't that suck, bro? Like everybody thinks the same exact way. There would be no inventions. There would be nothing. We'll just be like, oh, because their strengths. Everybody got their strengths and weaknesses. Like some people are good at public speaking. Some people suck at public speaking. Like myself. Like I'm not the best public speaker, but people said I'm a good public speaker, but I don't think I'm the best. I'm very nervous. Like I'm an introvert. So I don't, when I was in college and I took public speaking courses, I was nervous. You know what I mean? There was one, I'm gonna give you a quick little story. Like, one project where we had to pick like a children's book and we had to go in front of the whole entire like class and read a children's book in front of the whole class. But it's the way you read it. You have to like read it with like enthusiasm. You have to be like you're reading to a bunch of kids. Like you gotta show emotion and it was a grade. It was a grade. Like if you don't show emotion, you just read it regular, you're gonna fail that. You're gonna fail on that specific task in for public speaking. So it's like everybody has their strengths, everybody has their weaknesses. One thing about me, um, uh, like one of my weaknesses is like I said, I don't want to say it's like a weakness, but I'm an introvert. I don't really feel comfortable in big crowds. I don't like it. Not saying I don't like people, but I don't like being in big crowds. You know what I mean? Like I always like I don't want to say I always been like that, but I've been like this. I guess I don't know, but I never really like being in big crowds. And um, this YouTube channel for me is my way of like communicating with people. You know what I mean? Like, cause I don't really talk to nobody. I talk to y'all. I talk to my family. I talk to God, and that's about it. I don't have friends like I thought I had before. I talk to y'all. So this is my way of communicating with people. Um, da, 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 da. He said, Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold. Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold. Yeah, listen, Kirk Cousins, whew, man, I like Kirk Cousins, but he ain't no Sam Darnold. People come and go. The purple and gold fandom stays it. I love the logo, not the players and the coaches. It's today's exactly. Frank, you are like on the money on everything you just said, bro. Like people get so make this thing so personal, bro. Like it's about winning the Super Bowl, but people will be like, all right, if this player isn't the guy, then we just suck. Like no, like it's about the team. It's about the success of the team. What about the success of a team, not just one player? What about the success of the coaching staff in general, not just one coach? Like, come on, like it's deeper than just one player. Like, yes, like talking about like the quarterback's the most important position on the field. I get it, but it's not the only position. You got to have the wide receivers. You got to have the offensive line. You got to have the tight ends. You have to have the wide. You have to have the quarterback to be able to throw the ball to the wide receivers. You have to have the coach to call the right play calls. You have to have. It's like a team. It's a big team. We both always going to talk. USA is 2-0 in WBC. Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. The Commanders, your thoughts on what you should do on scenes like signing free agents and doing trades. Who should they trade for and signing free? For the Commanders, see, I don't know what the details of like the Commanders like offensive line, but I'm pretty sure there are probably some holes in their offensive line. I think they should probably tighten that up. I'm not really sure what free agents are available that could be available, but what I would say is you gotta try to get the best offensive line possible for Jaden Daniels because he keeps getting hurt. He came back from the injury and got hurt again. So They got to figure out something to protect. They got to figure out what they can do to have a better offensive line and go from there because Jaden Daniels is one of the best quarterbacks in the game. The problem is he keeps getting hurt. And what makes it so crazy because I was watching last season when Jaden Daniels he got to the NFC Championship game. Not last was it last season? Season not last season, the season prior to that. He got to the NFC Championship game in his rookie season. I'm like, yo, this guy's a rookie getting to the NFC Championship game. And the only team that knocked him off was the champions, the Eagles. So yeah, man. His talent is lights out, and you just got to keep him healthy, and then everything will flow from there. Um, yes, there's certain players that are injury prone too. Like you can have the best offensive line and the team around them, and they just keep getting hurt. That's another thing that keeps happening too. Like certain players just get hurt. I'm a Sixer fan. I don't want to bring up basketball again, but like my guy Joel Embiid is injury prone. He gets hurt all the time. He gets hurt all the time, bro. Every time he falls on the ground, I'm already thinking, oh man, this man's probably hurt. Yeah. 2025 O line wasn't same as 2024. Darisaw was never. Yes, that's true. Rookie guard Fries must improve. Nah, man, you're so right. But you know what? Know what the biggest thing though? Like the O line wasn't the same. Yeah, you're right. Christian Darisaw missed games. He was hurt. Don't forget about Brian O'Neill. He was hurt as well. That man was hurt. Will Fries is all right. Donovan Jackson played okay. Ryan Kelly was hurt. Listen, I agree with everything you're saying. But you know what the biggest problem? Yes, the injuries are going to happen throughout the NFL season. The biggest problem was play calling. I'm still sticking to it, bro. Play calling was the biggest issue last year. Shout out to Christopher Real. I'm a Packers fan who lives in Minnesota. Oh, that's crazy. So I'm used to it, but it makes it more. You know what's crazy, Joseph? I'm a Viking fan from PA, so it's Philly everything. Look, I got Sixers stuff over here. I got Philly stuff over here with Bryce Harper. In the middle of my wall, that's Adrian Peterson's signed autographed jersey. Bruh, I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania, bro. Like, it's crazy work, man. Straight up Viking fan, been a Viking fan all my life, man. I've always loved the Vikings. And it sucks because I used to be able to tell Eagle fans, we'll win our first Super Bowl before y'all win y'all's, and now I can't say nothing. Because now they got two Super Bowls. I can't say nothing about the Eagles no more. I used to talk trash to the Eagles. Y'all suck. Y'all not better than us. Now I can't say nothing right now because they got two Super Bowls. And I never said anything about the Steelers because the Steelers got like what they got like six Super Bowls, I think. But it's like, man, bro. Yeah, with your dubs. Yes, take your lunch with your dubs. I think quarterback is going to become not as important as it used to be. We saw it this year. Nah, quarterback is very important, bro. But I get what you're saying. It's a team sport. People keep like, you know what's so crazy, Joseph? Like, and quarterback is very important, but let's keep it real, right? Your defense can make your offense better, right? Just like your offense can make your defense look better. That Seahawks defense was amazing, right? They all complemented each other. That's why I say that football is the ultimate team sport. Um, Special teams is very important. Kickoff returns. When you punting is so important, right? Being able to stop when you do punt the ball and they catch the ball, your special team has to be able to get that guy on the ground. He doesn't get the opposing team in good field. It's like so many reasons why a team lose, man. And it's just like quarterback is so important, but at the same time, like you can have an average quarterback and probably win the Super Bowl if you have a good enough team around him. Like I'm not talking that Sam Darnold's average, but like Sam Darnold, because he did his thing against Matthew Stafford. He had to get past Matthew Stafford. Um, Matthew Stafford was doing his thing in the playoffs. So, but man, it's crazy, man. Like Vikings had a number three defense and didn't do a dang on thing, bro. So freaking irritated with that, man. But this is another season, and I'm gonna be positive. Uh, beat Jordan Love to go. Yeah, we beating the brace off of Jordan Love, bro. I think injuries have a big factor on who wins the Super Bowl. Yeah, injuries do have a big factor. Injuries have a big factor, but also having a good coach that can adjust. Like, for instance, right? I seen the Eagles win their first Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. You understand how crazy that sounds? Their first Super Bowl, they won with a backup quarterback. It happens, y'all. Injuries are part of the game. It's up to the team to develop the talent. So you might not be able to replace that talent like right off the back where it's just like, all right, they a Pro Bowl, replace another Pro Bowl. That doesn't happen. But you have to at least be able to keep the team afloat by drafting and developing talent. Um, it's injuries are part of the game. Like I seen the 49ers, they lost Nick Bosa, they lost Trent Williams for some games. They lost Brock Purdy, their starting quarterback for a few games. They lost Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the game for the whole season. They lost Nick Bosa was out for the whole season too. Um they lost what's their best wide receiver's name? I forgot his dang old name. They lost him for the season. Bro, they lost George Kittle in the playoffs against the Eagles and they still made adjustments and still won. How are the 49ers able to do that last year, bro? They look when you get a chance, look up the 49ers and how many key players got hurt. And they still won so many games and could have been the first seed in the NFC if they would have beat the Seahawks in the last game of the season. There was one win away from being the number one seed in the NFC with all those injuries. That's why I say yes, injuries are part of the game. Injuries can break your team, but it's up to the coach, it's up to you developing the talent and making adjustments. You know what I mean? I have faith. I am optimistic. I believe the Vikings will do amazing. They always do good. They shouldn't remember how well our 500 season when Darnold was there. Vikes will be fine. Yep. Really wish Carolina would give up play calling. That is a thing that he won't. His pride is too. It won't happen, bro. Respectfully, man. I agree with what you're saying, bro, but I just don't know if that's gonna happen, bro. For real. I got an Adrian Peterson college. Oh, for real? Huh. Yes, man. I was working at Kmart, man, at the time when Kmart was popping back in the day. And this is when I was like barely able to work. I was like either fifth, I think I was 16 years old. And I had to get the little paper, the little permit paper. Excuse me. Excuse me. My friend was selling like jerseys and he sold like sports memorabilia like and he was like, yo, bro, this is legit sports memorabilia. You can get it checked out and everything. And I did. And I stayed up every this is when I didn't have to pay no bills when I was a young boy, when I was, you know what I mean, didn't have a car at the time and I was just got my first job at Kmart and I saved up every penny and I got that Adrian Peterson jersey and I'm so proud to get it. Yeah. I'm from PA. I'm a Philly fan except NFL. Yeah, that's crazy. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Shout out to you. Hey, everybody that's in the chat. I have another YouTube channel. If you don't know, now you're about to know. I have another YouTube channel called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin', and I'm going to put the link in the comments. I cover the NBA, I cover the Philadelphia 76ers, and I cover the Phillies on my second channel. The channel that you're on, I cover the Vikings. But be sure that if you haven't subscribed to this channel as well. But this is my second channel. I'm about to spam it real quick. It will really help me out if you can subscribe to this channel as well. This is my basketball channel. And baseball channel. So I cover the Sixers. Sixers are looking bad. Sixers are looking bad right now, but what can I say? I'm a delusional. Yeah, I love the Flyers too, but I don't know too much about hockey, unfortunately. I know the basics about hockey. I'm not really sure how good the Flyers are doing at this very moment, um, but I definitely cover the Phillies and I cover the Sixers on that channel, and I will be covering the playoffs as well. But yes, if y'all haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this other channel as well. It really helped me out. Spamming it a couple times. Click the link, subscribe to that channel. Thank you so much for everyone that does. Uh, but yeah, man. Yeah, that's very yes, very true. Good coach and injuries definitely determine you. need at least a above average quarterback. Yeah, defense too, man. Yeah, defense definitely means a lot. Um, how would you feel if the Vikings traded just if they trade Justin Jefferson, they better make sure it's for like 3 first round picks. They better make sure they get something back in return, like something really good. And only way I'm trading Justin Jefferson is if he requests a trade. Like if Justin Jefferson requests a trade, then I'll do it. But I'm not trying to just trade Justin Jefferson just to trade him. Like it has to be, oh well, he doesn't want to be on the team, so okay, then you trade him. But if he didn't request a trade, I wouldn't just trade him. Like I just wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like I just think that I'll be going backwards in time. Like you got lucky. Remember the all right, Stephon Diggs. Y'all remember Stephon Diggs, right? The Minneapolis Miracle that he requested a trade or whatever, and we got that 1st round pick, right? We got lucky drafting Justin Jefferson. How many more times are we going to get lucky drafting a wide receiver of that's all time great? We're not talking about a regular wide receiver. We're talking about one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history when he retires, if he can stay healthy. Let me give you some facts real quick. Justin Jefferson has more receiving yards than any NFL with any wide receiver in NFL history in their first 6 seasons in the NFL. Meaning, you could talk about Jerry Rice, you could talk about Randy Moss, you could talk about Larry Fitzgerald, you could talk about Terrell Owens. The list goes on. In their first 6 seasons, Justin Jefferson has more receiving yards than any wide receiver in NFL history. Now, when you think about, all right, now for instance, right, Justin Jefferson. Let's talk about, all right, for him to be that good, right? Think of it like this. He hasn't had quarterback play, consistent quarterback play. He hasn't had it his whole entire career. Yes, he had Sam Darnold 1 season. Yes, he had Kirk Cousins for a couple of seasons, whatever. He had Nick Mullins throwing to him. He had Joshua Dobbs throwing to him. You get what I'm saying? He hasn't had consistent quarterback play, and he still has more receiving yards than any wide receiver in NFL history in their first 6 seasons in the NFL. He doesn't have Joe Burrow. Like, we talk about Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase has Joe Burrow, bro. And I'm not taking nothing away from Jamar Chase. I'm just saying, if would Jamar Chase be as good as Justin Jefferson without Joe Burrow? If Jamar Chase was on the Vikings, would he be this productive like Justin Jefferson? I don't know about that, y'all. Joe Burrow, when healthy, is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, hands down. For real. Shout out for that comment, bro. Made me love NBA. AI. Oh my gosh, Allen Iverson. One of my favorites, man. One of my favorites, hands down, bro. I love AI, man. I'm hoping we can get back to the finals, man, but it ain't looking good right now. I just put a short out on my other channel. Excuse me, I'm just trying to get over this cold. I just put a short out on my other channel, and like just saying like we about to be a playing team. We about to not even be in the playoffs, bro. We lost again to the Hawks. We just look bad, bro. If they trade JJ, it's a rebuild. Facts. If you don't get him a quarterback, he's leaving. That's a fact. I don't think he likes Jake McCarthy. He might not. He probably thinking about Sam Darnold, man. Like he was putting up numbers with Sam Darnold. Let's keep it real. How you struggle to get the ball to listen, I'm not saying it's all on JJ McCarthy, so I don't want people thinking that, but the Vikings were struggling to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. Do you know how crazy that sounds? When you really think about it, the Vikings struggled to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. It's crazy. Crazy work. I don't think he likes winning. Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings for 1 year. You think so? Could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. But shout out to everybody in the building. I am about to get off. It's about to be 12 o'clock. Yo, it's 11:30. I didn't know it was this late, but shout out to everybody that's in the building. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't already. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. We're also going to be going live for primetime games as well. We're also going live for playoff. We're going live for a lot on this channel. I do casual live streams like this, and I do draft mock drafts. We have a lot of fun on this channel. But salute to everybody that's in the building. God bless to y'all. Please be safe. And as always, peace. All right, y'all.